Clement's Homebrew coming at ya with another beer review. We've got a fun beer, don't we always? Oh, I'm excited about this one. This one actually received probably, I would say, in the March time frame. It was in a beer trade. It's been warming up. This is the Founders Imperial Stout. Yeah, you've seen me do the Founders Breakfast Stout and KBS. This is the Imperial Stout. This is a Russian Imperial Stout. It is 10.5% ABV and 90 ABUs. So I'm excited to try this one. It is a seasonal. It comes out in the January to February time frame each year. So this is a 2013 batch. Let me get this one cracked open and we'll give it a shot. Okay, I'm happy already because look at that. That's beautiful. Look how dark that head is. Look how dark and creamy that is. Oh my gosh, that's like a caramel rich with orange, colors. Wow, beautiful head. Yeah, that reminds me of some really epic beers that I've had. And yeah, this is pretty much black, Yeah, I'm gonna just call it. It's black. I can't see through. I mean, look at that. Can you see through that? That's just black as night. All right, let's get a nose on it. Okay, I got some dark chocolate. I got some rich caramel on there. Ooh, almost, I don't know. I almost wanted to say there was a little smoke on it, a light smoke on that, almost like a earthy wood, but I can't say for sure, but definitely some really rich dark malts and some chocolate on that, big time. Yeah, that with some nice rich caramel to boot. And maybe just a hint of some dark fruits. All right, so cheers. Let's get a taste on this one. Oh, wow. That is a rich beer. That's not the best one I've had, but I'll tell you, that's pretty darn good. That's a very rich, dark beer. I'm definitely, though, getting some dark fruits on this, which is interesting. So there's a lot of dark roast malt. It's a full mouthfeel. Kind of coats your mouth pretty well. And you're getting just these burnt flavors as well. Kind of like a little bit of that campfire type dark burnt flavors. You're getting that dark roast. You're getting some dark chocolate on it. The roast is the more dominant of those two flavors. You do pick up some of the alcohol on the backside, but like I say, a little bit of that smoky flavor on it. Quite nice. Some of that chocolate, besides dark chocolate, makes me think of a baker's chocolate too. Yeah, and so it dries out a little bit on the back end. A splash. There's a splash, like a hint of vanilla on it to me. I don't think that this is barrel aged or anything, but I could be wrong on that. It's a nice creamy feeling. It's not as creamy as some beers, but it's still kind of silky smooth on the tongue, really creamy. This is a really sweet beer. I'm gonna sip on this a little bit more and we're gonna come back for some ratings. One thing I'm gonna point out real quick, I'm giving this a swirl. Oh my God, I mean, look at that. Oh, does that look good? Look how easily that head built up to just this creamy, frothy thickness. I mean, this is, as Christian would say, beautiful. Oh, molasses. I missed that. There is some really good molasses on this as well. It's warming up right now. And some of that bitterness, which is really more the roasty part, makes me think a little bit about coffee flavors as well. Whoa, so it's warming, it's getting more fun. I'm gonna warm some more. We're gonna come back one more time. This is good. I've been sipping on this and talking, having a good time over here. And this has really warmed up quite a bit. Man, those beechwood roasty flavors, they're just fantastic. The molasses came out and it's kind of mellowed back in. It's just part of one more component again. you're still getting a lot of this rich roasted malt. I mean, and it's just a wonderful rich malt, you know, roasty, deep roast, you know, almost to that like a coffee roast, but not that coffee flavor. It's melding together. What a wonderful beer. You know, this is another beer that I don't think disappoints. It gets a lot of high ratings out there, a lot of great reviews. This is a fantastic beer. So where do we go? Where do we go with ratings with this beer? Well, I think we start with our Russian Imperial Stout. How do we rate it? You know, I would love to have more chocolate, you know? I'm sorry. I would love more chocolate on this one. But the roast qualities are fantastic, and that charred wood is such a lovely component on it. I still have to rate it high. I mean, this is a world-class beer. There's no question about that. We're going to go right up there with a 97. There are other beers that fall in that classification. It's a great beer. I don't think anyone will argue a whole lot. Now, overall, one more taste, and we'll get an overall on this one. You know, I just picked up a little bit of that licorice component. Wow, a nice little bonus. I'm honestly going to edge up a notch. On my overall, for my personal taste, I'm just digging on this beer. This is a 98. Fantastic beer. If you can get your hands on it, you definitely want to try it. Of course, this is the Founders Imperial Stout. It is a rushed Imperial Stout at 10.5% ABV, 90 ABUs. A great beer. Hey, this is Kevin just saying life is too short to drink cheap beer, and I will see you in the next beer review. Cheers.